Hello YouTube, we are back, and yeah, I'm just doing a video on a modded sort of Minecraft client, and this is actually 1.7.10. So this is a sort of new update, the new modded update really. And so yeah, this is like a Technic pack as well. But as you can see, I have automated the harvesting and also like pretty much automated the whole thing of magical crops. And that was just a bit late there, I don't know why. But as you can see, it's pretty awesome. It's going really well as well. And I've actually built this in a sort of like a survival thing, in a survival mode thingy. And that one's taking its time, never mind. And it's sort of weird because I've got this like weird chunk thing where it basically has like blue lines for the chunks, or like it's sort of like a blue thing for the chunks. But let's just take a look at how this actually works. And as you can see, it's basically pretty complicated. Now this isn't expandable, like completely expandable, and will like pretty much work for anything, any plants as well, as long as like you specify what they sort of mature into and what they produce when they mature. So basically, let's just get started with the sort of tutorial on this. So what you want to get is your inventory manager, so your machine inventory manager, and then what you want to do is you want to have 2 cables, or however much autonomous, or however many setups you're going to have right here. But because I'm just using like a couple, just like for the sake of showing you that it is actually expandable, I'm just going to be using like 2, and basically then it will just be infinitely expandable. Then what you want to do is you can either have cable along the bottom, or you can have it along the top. It doesn't really matter whatsoever, but I'm just going to use it along the bottom. And then what you want to do is you just want to connect it up to the inventory manager right there. Then what you want to do is you want to have a chest here just to store whatever the harvesting will get you. So it's pretty much like the output chest of the entire thing. Then what you want to do is you want to just basically have a water source. So I'm just going to have mine right here, and that's my my power source not actually working or not behaving. So what you want to do is you want to just grab your water source and then put it right there, and then you can basically have it like anywhere along the plants, because if you're doing more than 2 or more than 4, I guess, then you're gonna need a lot more, or like more water sources really. But as you can see, I'm just gonna actually fix my power thing so it won't actually beep because that's annoying in the video as well. Alright, I think that should work now, or it should be pretty good. But what you want to do now is you want to get like whatever seeds that you're gonna stock up on in there. I was just like using a stack there just for testing purposes. I'm probably gonna use like let's start off with like 4. So let's get 1 more. There we go, 4. And then that's sort of like a good way of demonstrating it. So what you want to do in the actual sort of inventory manager is you want to basically just specify everything and basically like say what you want it to do. So you want to have a variable, or 2 variables really. I'm just going to have them neatly in the corner right there. So let's just have the other one right underneath, right there. Good. And then so what you want to do for the first variable is you want to basically have like just do the default white variable right there. Then you want to have any container types. It doesn't actually matter, because we're going to be specifying it in the in here right here. So for this the white variable, you want to have a block, or all your block gates to be the actual variable. So you can actually just, if you don't want to manually and like scroll through every one of them, you can actually search for them. So I can just like do that, and if they're all not on, then you can just select all. There we go, and then they're all on. Awesome. And then so for the other variable, what you want to just do is you want to set that to pretty much orange. You can set it to whatever you want, but just for this, like, so for the sake of remembering it, you just want to probably do that. And same thing here, you can just search it up and then select all again, like that. So what you want to do to sort of get things started is you want to create a trigger, and then an input and an output. And this is going to be your block gate thing. And this is actually really easy. I spent like quite a while doing this, like earlier, or like ages ago, or like a couple days ago, I guess. And then I actually learned that the block gates will actually break something once they sort of have the output in the whitelist. So once the block has gotten to a certain state or a certain block thing. In this case, we're using sort of crops. So once the crop is mature, it will actually drop a wither essence or wheat, or if you're done wheat, I guess. And so the wither essence is actually hard to get if you don't specify it. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose the white variable, which is going to be the actual block gates right there. And then basically you just want to have any side, doesn't actually matter whatsoever. Then you want to have an items in the item things, and then just want to search up wither or whatever you're going to do for the automation. Now all the magical crops seeds don't actually work in the Mindfactory Reloaded machines. And if you don't have the Mindfactory Reloaded, this is actually pretty good as well. So they don't actually work in the planter or the harvester, so that's pretty awesome, pretty bad. And so that's why I've sort of made a system for doing it with the Steve's Factory Manager, which is pretty sweet and is really cool once you actually see what it does and see how it works. And it also is like a challenge. So what you want to do here is you want to get a specify an amount of the essence of the wither, or whatever whatever things you're going to get out of it. And so I'm going to do, so if it was like anything else, so like essence of of bones or skeletons or whatever, I don't know. You want to specify whatever that is, not the seeds. And then in the seeds, you want to just leave that blank, because you actually can get you're able to get 2 seeds from the magical crops now in 1.7.10. So that will like sort of stuff up the system if you have it on 1, because if you don't want to get any more, I guess that's pretty good for you. But I mean, I think it's random if you get like 2 seeds or 1 seed. So it might just leave it on the ground, so that wouldn't be too great. But yeah, so what you want to do here is you don't want to actually specify an amount here. And then the damage value is fine, it doesn't really matter. Like that. Alright. And then what you want to do in the output is you want to specify whatever your output chest is going to be, or whatever your output sort of inventory is going to be. And I'm just going to be using the chest, and then target anything. I'm just going to do down and then blacklist everything. So what you want to do here is you want to just hook that up to the interval, or that thing. And then I'm just going to get a seed. And as you can see, it's not actually harvesting it yet. And that's because it's only going to be harvesting it once it actually can get the wither essence as well as the seeds. So as you can see, that's pretty awesome. But so that's pretty much the way to automate that bit right there, which is actually really easy and pretty straightforward. And as you can see, we've already gotten that. But then if you want to automate like the planting of it with the autonomous activators, you want to get the trigger, and then an input, and then so the input is going to be just be the chest right here, and then target anything, doesn't matter whatsoever, and then blacklist everything. Actually, you might want to whitelist the seeds, so I'm just going to whitelist the seeds right there. So let's just find the seeds right there, boom. So then you can just hook that up to there, and then what you want to do is you want to get a for each loop, and then so get the for each, and basically you just want to have the orange variable there and then the orange variable there, and then that's it for the for each loop. So you can actually hook that up now, and then not the flow but the condition. So the condition will basically just say if there's already one seed in the autonomous activator, then don't put any more in there. But if there is one in there, then skip it, basically. So then what you want to do is you want to select the orange variable for the condition, and then the target is going to be the up face. And now I'm going to be switching actually I'll just do that now. So you want to basically just say, this step is crucial basically. You just want to select whatever whatever face you've selected on the actual thing there in the seed factory manager, or the machine manager, to be wherever the input is going to be on the autonomous activator. But if you don't know, then you can just select pretty much all the sides like that basically. But I'm just going to be selecting the top. Now it won't actually select, it won't actually go into the face that the autonomous activator is facing. So if it doesn't actually work for you, then just do just turn on the up face and then just do the up face in here, basically. And then what you want to do in here is you want to just select whatever seeds that you're going to do. So I'm just going to do the wither ones once again, and then get that, and then right click it to basically just specify an amount, and then leave it at the default 1, and then you can basically just go back then, and then that's basically the condition done. And then what you want to do here is you want to get an output right here, and the output is going to be basically the same sort of thing as this one, but the target is going to be the up face as well, and then the items are going to be with the seeds. So let's just find them and do that, and then do 1 right there. And that, my friends, should be done. So let's just see if it's actually in there. That was probably from before, when I didn't actually specify anything. So let's just see that if it actually worked. And yes, it did. So as you can see, it's actually refilling them. And if I just grow them a few times, you should be able to see that it actually works and is beautiful. So let's just see. There you go. So now what we've basically got is a auto refill, but only one of the item will go in there. Now you can automate that another way, so you can I don't know, maybe use translocators or something like that. But I mean, if you're doing it in bulk, then I would suggest to doing it this way. But there you go, peeps. That is done. And now what you've got is, wow. So yeah, nah. I think I know why that is. I think it's basically just an NBT issue or something. I don't think it's NBT either. It could just be like fuzzy detection basically. I think you just need to do that and it should work. Let's just see, test it a few more times, then I'll just say goodbye after that. We can also see if that works on that. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I was kind of expecting it to do that, since it actually did that before. No, don't specify an amount, but basically what you want to do is just want to specify an or do the precise detection. Not sure why it does that. It just does that too, which is a shame. And I'm not sure why it's not actually working. Let's just see if it's... Yeah, I think it just needs like a quick reboot. So basically you just want to do that again. It should work anytime soon. Like that, right? That was weird. But yeah, as you can see, it's basically working. Now there might be like a few sort of incidents where it does actually do like like that, where it doesn't actually pick up the whatever the output is. And that was my alarm going off. God damn you. But no, yeah. So basically there might be a few of them. If there is, then you might just want to have like a vacuum hopper, or one of those rapid item valves from the Sleeves factory manager, or even any valve really. But basically, it just will work like that. So you basically just now automated the magical crops stuff right there. So if we just see, let's just search that up. So basically, everything from here wouldn't work in a harvester, or like and a planter. So that sucked so much because I couldn't do shit, and then I had to do this. Which actually was really awesome, and I like projects, and this was a really nice little project. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this pretty awesome thing, or the pretty awesome magical crops automation, and that's probably why it wasn't actually harvesting it. It was probably just because of my the sigil of the green grove, because I think that's a bit buggy, where it will actually update before the actual crop or the actual block updates. So it's like client side. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. I hope you guys have enjoyed this awesome video. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and peace!